Hello and welcome. I'm Angela from Stamping Beauty in Christchurch, New Zealand, and tonight I'm here to show you how I created this card that I did for the Stampin' Fancy Friday challenge for the month. Well, that was last month now, actually. Time flies. So I'm going to recreate that tonight, so I'll just put that aside for now. I'm just going to carry on following on from what I've been doing the last few weeks, just showcasing a little bit out of the new annual catalogue. It's amazing how much we miss, even I do, when, you know, I'm sort of scrolling through it all the time, but sometimes somebody might create something and I think, what have they used, and have a wee scour until I find it. Interestingly enough, I just did this what's in your bag, this wee bingo, and I have everything. I don't know if that's good or not, but I do. Anyway, this next section is about creativity your way, and that's as it says, embrace your inner artist with a range of coordinating products, helpful tools and creative techniques. So over these few pages, this first one is the Florals in Bloom Sweet collection. It's got the colours up here. Oopsie, I don't know if yep, colours up there, which is great, and got some lovely ideas of what to use the product for. And then here are there are two stamp sets and the coordinating dies, these gorgeous little flat pearls, and the designer series paper. So it's nice to see it all spread out and with some ideas on what to do. And then it carries on, there's even more, so, and little wee tips and tricks along the way, and more. So, which is great. So it's just more than just a shopping catalogue, it's an ideas catalogue. And then there's the Turtley Cute, if you're into turtles. Same sort of thing. This one's got a ribbon, it's got an embossing folder as well, and more ideas. And, you know, these can be used with, you know, you can take an idea here with another product, so, which is always good. And then this beautiful gallery, which is this beautiful 6x6 paper. And that too's got two different stamp sets and coordinating dies, and ribbon, embellishments, embossing folder. So lots to choose from, more ideas. This one here, which is lovely colours in that, and stamp set, dies, embossing folder, embellishments. I love blues and gold, so that's certainly, actually that's what I'm using tonight, so I do like that sort of stuff. Just trying to see if I've come up anywhere, I don't know. Still having that age-old problem with, oh yeah, I can see myself, that sounds terrible, doesn't it? Oh, hi Wendy, hi Chris, nice to have you here. You've probably gone through this catalogue a lot too, have you? A few more ideas there, and then we're on to the boho vibes, and this is the last sweet collection in here. So some cute little ideas there, more 6x6 paper, more embellishments, stamp set, dies, and more ideas, which is great. So that's all on the catalogue for tonight. I'll leave the rest for another night. Don't want to go through it page by page. Just some other wee housekeeping things that I wanted to share. The online exclusives are live here in New Zealand. Excuse me. This gorgeous Charming Day one, which I have and been playing with, and got some projects coming out this month with that, gorgeous, and some more coordinating embellishments, and the DSP, and there's the pear one as well, which is gorgeous. So yeah, have a look online if you want to see them a bit closer up. And then there's the album retreat coming up the 17th to the 19th, so if you are into scrapbooking or you'd like to, it's going to be a fabulous event. So you can always message me if you want to know anything more. And clearance rack, if you want a special, there's always some stuff on clearance, and along with the online exclusives, a couple of new kits just landed, which is always exciting. And Global Ink Collective, we've got a new tutorial starting the 1st here in New Zealand. If you purchase $50 with me or more, you get that sent to you, or you can purchase it, doesn't matter where in the world you live, it's $22.50 New Zealand. So links will be on my blog and in my newsletter. Hi Nicole. Oh yeah, the Charming Day Sweat is beautiful, isn't it? Right, so all that businessy stuff out of the way, and we can get to make. So this is the card that I said I'm going to make, but instead of recreating it in the pink, I thought I would do it in blue, because blue is my other colour, my go-to colour. So so I'm using just that Time to Celebrate from the Beautiful Butterflies. Thought that was a lovely little sentiment to go across that. Impressions in Blue, a Bloom dies, that's what I'm using on that. Basic white card base, the thick one, I like using the thick one, just it's a bit heavy, a bit more durable. And the exposed brick, and this is Barmy Blue, so I'm going to do that, Barmy Blue. I did have someone comment that they'd never thought about doing a pink brick wall, so actually the only person I think that probably would in real life that I know have a pink brick wall would be Louise Sharp. Gorgeous Louise Sharp. Her birthday was yesterday. She loves pink. Right, so I'm just going to run that through. So if you didn't have this exposed brick, anything, you could use anything as a backdrop, just something subtle. That exposed brick is a really good neutral sort of a base. And I'm going to get this stuck on and trying to think what I'm doing. Flick, because I don't know if you can see that, but it's got white flicked on it. I want to flick that on now so that it'll give it a bit of time to dry, because it does seem to take a long time to dry. Oh, hi Paula. Hi Sylvia. Oh yeah, she would definitely have it in pink, wouldn't she? Yeah. Right, so get some of those dimensionals, get a fair spread of those down. So I hope everyone's had a nice day. It's been beautiful here. We had a really good frost this morning, so there was sunshine, which always makes for a good day. I think that looks fairly scented, so I'll just get some scrap paper. I need to make one of those. I keep on thinking about this, make like a little like a spraying booth, because I do manage to get this ink all over the place. So just some, this is the White Craft pigment ink, and I just help this all the time. This is just an old water painter, and I keep the water in it because it keeps the brush moist, and it means I don't have to clean it all the time, because it just to me seems a waste of a beautiful resource of water if I have to clean it. So this way, and it but it's so stuck, water doesn't come out anymore, so I have to just unscrew it and just put a drop or two of water on there. And then just add that into there. Oh yes, that's what I know. I just, actually a box arrived today with some product, and I should use that. Right, so I'm just going to splatter. I try and do it down like this so that I don't get sort of a line. I find when I flick it sometimes on the lid, I end up just getting a line. So I'm just trying. Right, it's probably enough while I'm ahead. So I'm just going to set that aside to dry for a little bit, And then I'm going to, hopefully it will dry. Oh, hi Lucia, because it does seem to get all over your hands if it doesn't. Right, so now the die cutting. So this is your afternoon. I thought that would look nice with the balmy blue. So I'm going to do all my leaves and that to coordinate. So these are all the leaves out of the set. There are these, 2 of those, 2 of the long one, and then there are these little dies there, and these bits that go around it. It just means then you've got all your leaves without going to too much. I mean, to repeat die cutting. And I don't think it matters too much if that's in the centre or not. Oops, don't want that moving off the edge of the page. Right, run that through. And I won't go back for fear of them jumping and then having to recut them. And then scoop those out of the way and just get all the cutting done. I've got that flower, so I need 3 of these. And 3 centres as well. So I'm just going to pop that on there. And there. So I don't know if this would be a good class one or not, because we need to do so many die cuts of the same thing. It can cause a bit of congestion. I had a class on Saturday that was really fun. Made 3 cards. So I need to get the next class sorted. That'd be this week's job. Oh, hi, thanks, Chris. And one of my downline mentioned about doing it in lemons, and that would be kind of cool too. You could do the what's that, lemon lolly with maybe Darling Duckling or Daffodil Delight, whichever one went best with that. Or a greens, do some greens. There's really no limit. It would be fun if you, yeah. And I do get the kits prepared to a certain point, but yeah, I could at least die cut. I was thinking about that today. Die cut maybe 1 flower and they do the rest. I'll have to have a wee think. So now I want to be using those painterly pears and Charming Day, so too many ideas and not enough time. Right, last one. Oh, did you? Oh, you have to share on our page, Chris, what you made. It's been great. Everybody's been sharing on the team page this oh, for a wee while now, and it's just more. Everyone's getting into it. It's fabulous seeing what everyone's been making. Right, so that so far is there. I've got 1, 2, 3. And you've got to be careful. There's an even smaller one than this, and you just got to watch it doesn't get lost, because it's so easy to when it's so small. Right, I think I've got, and even these little bits too. Let's do a quick count before I throw any rubbish out, make sure I haven't lost one. Right, I'm just going to put these centres on, so just a little. You don't need too much, because otherwise it will squirt through the those wee holes. And I had a couple of new ladies at class. One was experienced and one had never made a card before, so that was fun. It's always lovely sharing it with someone new. Right, so that's time to celebrate. That's what we're going to do now, because I'm still giving my white time to dry. And my paraphernalia in. I like this, you know me, I always like it when they mix the fonts up. And it's funny too, you think that everyone knows your terminology, but it was like said about fussy cutting, and even the experienced, you know, crafter hadn't heard that. So, you know, we take things for granted, don't we? What we know. Right, just it's quite thick on the time, but anyway, that'll be all right. I'll just whiz this, won't be a minute. What's that? Love, you have an embossing business. I have one for heat embossing and one for stamping. Oh. Embossing. Oh, I only use it for embossing. I probably should try and using it for other things. Celebrate, you know, share the other uses, but we get a bit stuck, don't we, in our ways of what we do. Right, so I'm just going to do this around here, and just I always leave a little bit of a gap, gives a bit of room for error if there is, and I don't worry too much, just a bit of, doesn't have to be perfectly even. Everyone's probably too scared to say, oh, it's not even, when I give them a card. I think we're our worst critics, aren't we? Right. So, that is done. Right. Oh, okay. Yep, got you. Right, so now, now I'm going to put it together. So I will bring that, and it won't be dry. No, it is as wet as wet. I might just give it a wee, try with the heat tool, just see that it will do that. Dry it a little bit. No, it's not going to. I probably should have done one earlier, but I didn't really think that far ahead. So what I want to do is put that on about there. That's a good thing when you've done one before. You've got something to go by. I might just use a glue dot. Thanks. On there, pop that about there, and then the thing with the leaves too, they go different ways, like that one, see how they go, but you can just faff with that. Those are, I'll tuck those in after. Actually, I'll just put dimensional on the, so I'm going to tuck those under the flower. And then same with those ones, just tuck them under. And tuck that one under. I know we are our worst critics, aren't we? But, you know, when they, is it the shakers that do the, you know, do the quilting, and they always do a square on purpose. They make a square with a mistake in it. So it's to show that they're not perfect, which is a cool idea, isn't it? Right, so I'm just going to just flick that a little bit, just to give a wee bit of movement to it, which will flatten if you put it in an envelope. But if you're adding it to a present, oopsie. Hold that centre. Right, so those are going on with a dimensional. Right, so just sort of tuck that about there, and that one about there, and then this one about here. I'm just trying to avoid that white so I don't end up getting covered. Made a quilt, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I know. I'd love to try quilting, but yeah, just be another thing. I'd end up with a room full of stuff. Right, so these, I'm just going to tuck those in here. See, they're slightly different. This one's got these cut out bits don't go right to the edge. These ones, they go right to the edge. That doesn't really matter. It was just really to save time with the cutting process. Right. And that one down here, and tucked in there. Right, so that's that done. Oh, bow, pop that over there. This one is a double bow. So, and I know I've showed this all the time, but somebody might be here that hasn't seen it before. So you work out how long you want your tail to be. So this one is, if I measure that up, it is about 8 centimetres. So 8 centimetres is about 3 inches. So then I just hold that in my fingers and do a loop, and whatever loop the size I want, roughly. And then another loop here. And this does tend to have a mind of its own, so you can see it's curling. Yeah. Might just go with it and curl it that way. It seems to sit, it's wanting to sit that way. Then another one here. Actually, I just made one recently and I did 3 loops, which look quite cool as well. Then a third one there. And that, see, that's roughly the same size. Twist, take that around the back. I put my fingers in the loops, and then this point here goes up into that piece that you put around the back, and then pull tight. And then put those loops over my finger. And then if I see, pull down, usually can get them about, I can faff and change them to the same length if they've moved a bit. Right, so now I want to put that onto here, and what I find quite good is this, and I get my take your pick tool. You could do it other ways. There are other ways to do a double loop, but you could even just do one bow twice. I just want to pop that knot in that. See, that's a gap goes down a bit, so that's where I'm going to put it. Spread those about a little bit. Pop that on there. And then just fan those out a little bit. Right. Then I want to put Time to Celebrate across there. So I'm going to put a couple of double height dimensionals on this end. Oh, things are falling. They'll just have to stay falling. I have done them before, Lucia, somewhere. I'm sure I did a video once, but otherwise, Tammy Wilson, it was her technique. She was on the artisan design team. We were on the same on the team 1 year together, and she was so good at them, and she puts multi, you know, ribbon and twine and all sorts of things together. That was great. Right, so about, oopsie, straight up from there. Think about there. Hopefully that's straight. I don't like there's a bit too much loop at the bottom. I mean, this is when we start getting fussy, isn't it? And other people aren't measuring. But sometimes even a millimetre just, I think it's on something so small, a millimetre can make it feel like it's out of whack. So that is that. And now, oh, just some pearls. And I think pearls still will look good on this. So before I stab myself with that. So I went out to town with the pearls on here. Big one and a small one there. And the pearls or embellishments of any kind are always good to pop on if you want to cover up a mistake. A little faux pas. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And oh, thanks Nicole. So that is the card made, but yeah, I have to leave it for a little bit to dry. So are you team blue or you team pink? Yeah, have a go. I'll do it again. I'll do a bow. I'll do one slowly. So let me see. I've got some gold here. I'll just do a single one because you can do a single one exactly the same way. So it's just and it might be easier showing it with this. You put that there, and then you do the loop, and you're putting it under your thumb, and then you're bringing through round again to another loop and putting it under your thumb. So see how you can twist then your loops to however you want them to sit. And I quite like the way that sits like that. And then this comes around the back, and then this point pokes up into that loop that you've done around the back. And then if you put your finger in there and pull tight, then you've got your loop. So the double is just the same as that. It's just doing the loops twice or 3 or whatever, however many, you know, you can do as many loops as you like. And then this pulls through, so you can, because it's pulling through, you can adjust the length of how you want, your bow loops to be. And then you can manipulate those to sit how you want with some glue or glue dots or something. So that's how I do it. Team pink and team, team pink. I'll have to do an add up and see what everyone likes. Yeah, yeah, practice with the bows. That's the usual. That's what I did. I mean, I would never ever before I've tied a bow on a Facebook Live before, I would have pre-made it because it just wouldn't have worked. So practice does really help. Oh, you like both. Well, thanks everyone for hanging out with me. It was nice to spend some time with you as usual, and I'll put the links up for everything. It might be in the morning because I have to photograph this tomorrow now because it's a little bit dark. So have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you back here next week. Take care. Bye.